So I'm going to run in here and see if I can check out and see what's going on. I'm going to try to make sure, yes, I'm connected to the right Bluetooth and not the wrong one. We're good there. So now we're going to check out RF. Check and see if we got something going on. Search that one more time. Click this, click to live. So I'm checking my own audio now, so I'm doing something kind of weird. We're gonna see how this goes. So I like this pretty good. So cool. So I'm gonna mute this and then get off this right here. And let's see if I can get in here and see if I can control it. So let's see if it lets me do it right there. Remote control. So now let's go to here. So we're doing some tests right now, but I'm supposed to be getting to work. But let's see if this works. It worked. So sweet. So I can. Oh, this is cool as piss. Look, check this out. I can click watch the live. I can flip the camera, turn the volume up and down, the microphone. Look, that's cool. Let's flip the camera real quick. Flip the camera. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I can click watch live. I can view the chats. Dude, this is cool. Heck yeah. So, I don't know what that is. What's up, 150 waving a hand, man? All right, cool. So I'm going to leave the chat up right here so I can look at the chat and talk to you guys while I'm working. So I'll get to see YouTube, Facebook, and I'll get to see Twitch all live as you guys are talking back to me. So that's going to be pretty neat. I've got both my gimbals back in here. So when we go work on this bracket, that you guys will be able to come with me over there. Hopefully I don't leave it over there and forget about it. Also, I don't know if I'm going to take a break or not. I'll probably just throw this away. I got a blizzard over here, and I probably shouldn't be eating it, but I currently am. All right, so let's get to work. So I got to move some of this stuff. I'm going to need that. I'll put that up there. I saved that right before I left. So let's show you guys what all it needs to be done. Actually, I need to write a list because I got so much stuff that just came in as I was coming back. Waving a hand, Spider. Hope you're doing well, man. We are currently in the process of trying to get all my orders sorted out. So I need to write down real quick what I need to make sure that I don't mess it up. And unfortunately, that is a boring thing to do. I'll try to talk to you guys for a moment while I'm writing it down. But I got to write this down because if I don't write it down, I'm going to lose it and I'm not going to have what I need. I need 3x, 7, 8 EIA. I need 1x, 7, 8 split feed. My terrible handwriting. I'm just doing this in a hurry. So 1x, 7, 8 QC. That covers that. And I need 209 plus foot of 7/8. Now the other one I need is going to be 6 foot times, not really, 7 foot times 3 of RG400. 13 foot of RG400. All right, cool. What's up, Mickey? Waving a hand, man. Sandra, hope you guys are doing well. I am not a meteorologist. I deal with RF and RF work. So say this is some test equipment right here. This is some transmitter test equipment, so I can actually measure the waveform, the spectral, what it is on the spectrum, what kind of frequency is coming where. It's kind of like a spectrum analyzer. It's frequency domain versus time domain right here. I can change over to, let's see if I can get this menu to pop up. So, there we go. So now I can measure how much power is on each channel right now. So it actually gives me a total power, what comes out where. I can actually get the DVM it's down and what frequency that's at. Of course, I can change the frequency. I got to work on an attenuator on this one. And then, of course, this one works just fine. my VNA. I've got to fix the stupid screen on it because when it got shipped to me, it got damaged. But at the moment, we're going back to this. So this is what we're working on today. I've got to get an inventory of the list of the orders that need to be done, and I also need to get to work on those orders. 1x7. That was terrible. How did I do that? I was about to write a different letter. 7/16. Den. Sometimes I get in such a hurry that I just write too fast and don't even write what I need to write down. So I need those, I need that, I need that, I need this, I need this. Oh, I need this. I got some super special wire coming in pretty soon. I need to check that order. Yes, I own all of it. So this is my business. Copy, the sound is breaking up. Let me know if it gets any better. I'm trying something new, 305. So let me know if this is bad. So I'm trying to talk on both microphones right now. I can unhook this if I need to and go back to the other one. So I was trying these new mics. Waving a hand, Cletus. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I just moved the mic. So tell me if it's too loud now, and I'll back them back off. I don't know why it was breaking up, but I guess we'll figure that out. But give me a moment. Let me write this stuff down. I'll start building. Probably I'll build another one of these, this DIN split feed. I got to make sure I got the terminals that I need. I need to order a ton of them things. I got a ton of ordering I got to get done today, so I can get everything underway. So, but I'm going to get to work on some stuff just because I got to work on what's here. First things first, I've got to build a bracket. So let's do, that is 1/2 inch flex. So 1x 1/2 inch. I was actually done with my orders before I left, and now I'm trying to catch up with all this stuff. Bracket. So I got that done. Waving a hand, Josh. Hope you're doing well, man. Aloha right back. Waving a hand. Hello, Clark. Hope you're doing well. Mickey, copy is good. It was when I was reaching for the equipment. It may be because I was kind of setting off the, hang on, let me bump it real quick. That's setting off maybe the noise reduction or something like that. Maybe I was moving too much. And maybe I had it hooked on 2 of my pockets, and maybe my pockets were rubbing on it. But I was extremely impressed with these microphones. I could have did all my interviews, even with all that crazy noise, and it would have worked. It would have been just fine. I didn't even know. I've got it set up now, so I can actually check this stuff now. So it's pretty awesome. So I'll be happy about that. I got a coax bracket. I got a DIN split feed. I got to do this. Let me check my orders real quick. Give me just a second. I've got a million things to do, and I've got to go to New York literally this weekend. So we're going to be hustling, making this stuff happen real quick. So on Friday night, I'll probably start heading to New York, and I got to be back before Monday. So this is going to be a trip and a half, guys. But I got some stuff I got to go get picked up. As soon as I pick that stuff up, then I'll be able to move forward. Anybody else had any other questions? Doing good, Spider-Man. Hope you're doing well, man. 449, dang it. Let's go back. 449, 669. So, 449, 669. I finally got a second phone. I don't have a good way to show you guys, but it's got a better camera on it, so let me know if like the quality's better, like if you can see the detail of my hands maybe a little better, or the detail of some of this equipment. Hopefully the feed's not breaking up, because we got 130 megs. That should be enough. I got 2 gigs to come down here, but I don't have it. It's not making it through the Wi-Fi yet. Let's go to, I need to do an order. This one is going out the door right here. Copy to sound great. That's awesome to know. This right here is going out the door. I've got to get it finished up. It's a 10 kW peak. It'll read 10 watts to 10,000 watts peak. It'll read your carrier all the way up to 10,000 watts. It doesn't read average power, but it's a pretty cool meter. I'm pointing at it like you guys can see. It's that one over there. That's going out the door. I need to write that down. 10 kW, 10 watt through 10 kW. Peak Peak meter. I need to invoice him for the ends if he wants the ends, figure out what ends he wants. Man, I just realized how much stuff I gotta get done. This one's fairly quick. The other one's fairly quick, so I don't have much to do there. I've got to get some more parts on order for this other piece. This other gentleman told me to wait, so he is actually second up on the block, but he's about to be third because he's not in a huge rush with his. He told me to wait a day or so. I'm going to get his main order on the way, and then I'll get his remainder done as he wants me to get it done. I'll probably be working on it on Thursday. Heck yeah, man. Copy, you're still trying to get home. It was a long time for me. We left out at 9:30 on Monday and didn't get home until 2 p.m. on Tuesday. So yeah, it was a wild ride for sure. I actually didn't get home then. I got in Atlanta then. I didn't get home till 6 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, I crashed. Maybe 7 o'clock, I crashed when I was unpacking bags. Fell asleep till midnight, came back, finished unpacking my bags, and then slept for several more hours. And now back at work at a normal schedule. I feel pretty rested too, actually. Wave a hand, 231. Hope you're doing well, man. All right. So I'll get this list figured out mostly. I'm pretty sure I've got everything done. So I'm going to do 2 split feeds today, I believe. Let's see if I got all the terminals I need. If I don't, I will save that for tomorrow, and I'll get a bunch more terminals tomorrow. So let me do an inventory real quick, guys, and you guys can see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll take you guys with me. Let's just twist you guys around here. This is kind of a boring video, but it is what it is. It's just part of it. I can't make every video perfect. So I got to organize a bunch of this stuff, get this stuff out of the way, and get this order ready and prepared. Oh, I forgot what this even was. That's for my EIAs. So I got some really cool packing material for when I do my fancy material whenever I'm shipping out some of my bird meters. What did I get all these for? I think I've just bought them as extras. These are my LC connectors right here. So I got all of my LCs right there. I don't know where my EIAs are over there. All right, let's check and see what all I got. I got an inventory and make sure I've got at least 4 of these in 2-aught. No, I don't. So that is too large. Let's check over here. It's also too large. And ta-da! I got it. Cool. We are loaded up with 2-aught. I forgot I bought like 60 of these things. I'll show you real quick. Let's take a look. Let me go grab them real quick. This microphone follows me around. This is pretty cool. It's almost like the other setup, but not quite as noise canceling. So you guys are going to hear the drills, the tools, and stuff like that. But you will not hear like it overpowering my voice, I don't think. So we'll see. So this is what's called a 7/8 EIA, and that's what we're going to use on that one. The other connection that you could get, that's an option, but I don't recommend it, not for this application, is going to be the LC option. You know what an LC looks like. I guess I'll show other people, because not everybody knows what an LC looks like. So let's just quit being lazy. Give me a second. So this is an LC connector right here. For the guys that don't know, it looks like this. So this gives you your comparison. So if you look, this is the size of a connector for your, excuse me, let's not push that out real quick. Let's put that back in there. So this is the size of the connector for your LC. This is the size of your connector for your EIA. You can tell the difference in the center conductor. That's the main thing. The dielectric spacing is pretty similar, but the center conductor is significantly larger. So it has a higher power handling capability. Here's the way to tell. This is how big the body of the internals of the connector is. And this is how big the center conductor is. This right here, sure, let me take this apart. Might as well, who cares? This right here is how big the body of the center conductor is for this, and how it actually bonds and connects like that. So it's a bit bigger of a center conductor. You can kind of tell the size difference between the two. Something to look at. It's not the be-all, end-all. There's definitely always a connector that's bigger. Like I got the engine 5/8 EIA that will go directly to this wire. But really, for all intents and purposes, this is going to be the biggest connector you can get for this wire. You can go up to your big engine 5/8, but there's really no point because the center conductor and the shield just go beyond what that wire is capable of handling. So basically what you'll do is you'll go up to that connector, but you'll get no added power handling capability. So it doesn't benefit you in owning it. Let me throw this. I'm just putting this piece back together real quick. Give me a second. Throw it back in the baggie before I lose a $100 connector and misplace it somewhere. So I try to set everything in common places. I think I'm gonna go put these LCs over with the EIAs. No, I'm gonna put them up with the DIN connectors. Let's do that. I've got another bird meter in, guys. So I'm up to, I don't know. No, not bird meter. I meant bird dummy load. I think I'm up to like 7 bird dummy loads. So anybody wants one, let me know. I think I've got a new little thingy gifted to me. Customer gave it to me. Still got Cletus's nice one over here. I like this one. So I'm gonna start sticking up my little stickers and stuff everywhere. You're not gonna have a hard time guessing what this is. It's D-Win's RF supply. All right, I'm pretty sure I've got most of what I need right here. I really need to make sure I got it right, but it should be fine. Let's go ahead and work on some split feeds today. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need 8 of these. I need to put these over here for now. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Waving a hand, Junior. Hope you, or Mud Duck 22. Hope you're doing well, man. All right, so we got some special connectors. I've got even more peak kits. I've got a bunch of them boogers. I've got them for engine 5/8 line sections. I've got them for regular line sections. I got them for all kinds of stuff. I got a ton of them things. If you need a peak kit, let me know. If you just want to buy it outright from me, I'll sell it outright. I don't really care. I get all mine custom made for like special purposes. So it's pretty cool. I'm happy with them. So now we're going to show you the next connector I'm going to go ahead and use. I think I'll use this one just since it's right here. Does it matter? Nah, I'll grab a different one. Not for any other reason other than I just want to grab a different one. So split feeds, the way they work is they will isolate your shield and your center conductor. And the way that I build them, I build connector-based split feeds. So rather than just splitting the wire itself, I will split a connector, technically, in a way. It's not really a connector, but I call them connector-based split feeds because they're based off of a connector. They're not specifically a connector, but they're based off of it. So I'll have a 7/8 EIA right here, and then I'll end up with a split feed like this. So you'll have your DIN connector on this side, you'll have your split over here, or you'll have your LC connector over here, and then you'll have your split on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and start building these in just a little bit. I've got to build another fancy little doohickey here in just a minute. I'm going to do that one first, just because it needs to be done. And I may have to order some more parts for it, but I don't think so. I think it'll work out just fine. Got to the airport. The baggage was full on the flight, so we couldn't ride on that flight. And then today the plane canceled because of maintenance. I'm putting us up in the hotel now. Oh, that's terrible, man. You can make them get you more money for that. I think you can fight up to like $1,200 per person if you fight for long enough. They have to give you that money if they're going to cancel your flight. So just look into that for sure. Flight negotiations. I would definitely complain tomorrow and get them to give you some more money. They give you vouchers for food. They'll give you all kinds of stuff. The line section I would recommend to run is different from the line section you have to run. You could run just a regular dual line section like this, but the line section I would recommend to do is going to be that right there. So this is what's called an 1 5/8 EIA line section. So it'll have a slug holder like that, and that's what it does. It is it's the line section I would recommend. Again, you don't have to go with that for now. Ouch, that was my knee. All right, what I'm going to do is I'll have basically a QC hookup that goes into the rack back, and this will tie into a 7/8 CIA instead of this tying into a 3 1/8 like this one does. But that's what I'll have. It'll look a little different than that. It'll actually look kind of like this, to be honest. So it'll have 4 bolts like this, and it'll have this set up like that. All right. So let's get to work. I wish I could see how many people's hanging out right here. That would be pretty cool. All right, not a ton of you guys hanging out at the moment, but I'll see more of you guys hop in as we go. I'm probably not doing the most interesting of things right now, so forgive me for that. But I mean, I got to get back in the groove, guys. I'm literally coming off of I don't know, 20 something hours worth of flying and 800 plus miles of driving over there. So definitely a wild experience. Okay. So let's see how I can use this. If I can't use this connector, I'm going to have to order another one. But hopefully I can use this. Let's see. I don't like that. Not at all. Get out of there. Is there any way that I can get past this? Yeah, I don't like that even a little bit. That looks stupid. So let me see if I can get this out of here. Yeah, we might not use this connector. I might have to order another one. We'll see. I ordered this for a customer as a special order kind of thing. So if it don't work right, then we don't be I don't know how deep I want to get into this. So that looks good. That's fine. This right here is what's stupid. That's the terrible design. What do they expect? How are they? Maybe about Pasternak of all people. They should know better. Not a fan. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I custom ordered these for a guy, and I have to look at design for what they're planning on doing. And for what they're planning on doing, this is an absolutely horrible design. So I'm going to have to probably pass on these connectors. I mean, it is my fault for ordering them, so it ain't the end of the world to me. I'm not going to pass the buck on to the customer. But I'd like to use this, because if I can get in here, let me try to drill this out. Give me a second. So we're gonna do some modifications to see if this works. So this is for a high voltage connection, so dielectric spacing is key. Let me zoom in real quick so you guys can see. I'm working on this connector right here, and let's zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. 100 audio meters. 100 AU. You'll have to help me out with that one. No, it wouldn't be audio meters. If you're talking about microamperes, that could be one thing. But no, it's no AU. Alright, so this is a crappy drill bit, but we'll try it and see what happens. Maybe. This thing, I got 4 of these, so I can junk out one of them if I need to. It's drilling just fine. It's drilling. So I need to make this thinner and then maybe knock this out. Nope. It's drilling really well. You see how much material is coming out of here, but can't go too deep. Yeah, you want the bigger. I got the big ones over here. So if you look over here, you can get pretty much any of those bared meters would go with it. That one, 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 all those down there. And then those big ones up there. So it'd work with all those. Where am I at? I'm over here drilling. Let me get back over here. So I'm going to hop out of that and see if I can go into watch live. Does it show me? Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. I can do this. This is okay. It's not the best. It's cool to see the chat. Uh-oh. Really? That's terrible. So yeah, I don't like this remote control that good. It's pretty cool how I can control the camera and stuff, but I can't check out the chat. I can't get out of the chat. As soon as I get out of it, then it loses everything you got, what you guys said. So now it doesn't show up chat until you guys start talking again. Alright. Man, the thing is thick. It's drilling out just fine, but I'm gonna go a step further. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with this thing, but I really want to just cut this, but I can't. I'm not gonna be able to. So I see what this bullet does right here. This bullet's designed to just slide up in here, just like this right here, and it plugs in there. So I'm fine with that. I have no problems with that. What I have a problem with is the dielectric spacing they stole from me right here. The dielectric spacing is entirely too small, so that's unacceptable. So let's drill this out the rest of the way. So that unplugs like that. So let me drill out this thing wider. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. So now let's get my caliper real quick and figure out how wide this needs to go. Hey, I appreciate the flowers for sure, man. Thank you, Mud Duck. Mud Duck 22, let me say that. So I'll just call you Mud Duck in general. All right, so we're going to our millimeter, our inches. So we can just throw this on regular fraction. This is not no 1/4 inch. The thing's a liar, is it? Yeah, there we go. So 3/8 is the way to go. We'll go up to 3/8 and start drilling this. I may have I have a 5/16. I don't have a 3/8. Let's use the 5/16. That'll be fine. I can go up to 3/8 if I need to, but I don't have to have a major amount of dielectric spacing for this. As long as I maintain or exceed what was in there originally, we're gonna be fine. We're going through, dropping some material. You can see how much we're dropping out of here. So what's critical is, like I said, dielectric spacing. Let me know how much of this drill you can hear over my voice. This is another really good test. You should be able to hear the drill plenty, but my voice should come over it because there was a lot louder noises at the event than there were of my drill. So I hope it's doing well, but I have no way to know for sure. Let me do this real quick. Let me check out my own live, watch the live, go over here to YouTube, load that booger up and push play while I'm drilling. I'm about 10 seconds behind, so we'll see what's happening. And, all right, so it is annoying, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't like that one as much. So I apologize for the drill noise, guys. That does kind of bother me. So let me go back over here and go back to the comments. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I think of this microphone. It's a good mic, but it might not be the best mic for this particular job. But what we can do is I can unhook you guys right here and set you over here, and unhook you and set you over here, and then drill over here, and then we'll see how loud that is temporarily. So maybe we'll move the microphones for us to drill. So, I need to put some water in this booger, cool it off. Still annoying. So maybe I can do a more aggressive noise canceling, but I'll have to look into the manual on this thing and figure out how it works. So sorry for the loud noise. You guys will hear my drills and everything for a little bit until I can figure out how to cut this out. It's a pretty cool thing, though. I was able to do. Let me get out on live so I don't hear that. But I was still able to hear all the interview and stuff, and it did pretty well whenever I was in Lapa Hoi Hoi. So I'm really happy for that. Let me see if this thing somehow pulls out on a different one without me having to drill it out. It seems like it should pull out, and maybe this one was just extra tight. But we'll see in a moment. We'll start getting this one out here. I'm going to break my pick, and this is my favorite pick, so I need to quit. So I don't have to, there's a lot of this connector that doesn't matter, so I can drill it out, but man, this is just annoying. It's cutting pretty well. I just need to cut into the Teflon just a little bit. So I'm just getting a little, to be honest, getting a little gun shy the closer I get, because you don't want to, once you spend the work on something like that, you don't want it to fail. So it'd be annoying. And especially with me putting pressure on this thing, I'm trying to. So let's check and see my drill bit and see if it's dull, and we'll continue forward. That looks like a damaged bit. So let's swap this bit out real quick. Let's use one sharp bit for this last little bit, and then try this out. Let me grab another drill bit real quick, because I got a whole drawer full of these things. If anybody wants to see the other bird meter, you guys let me know, and I'll show you guys. That's it. I think it's probably the smallest one I own. I got some thousands, but I don't have them in my shop right now. I have. I'm talking like I'm next to the microphone, so give me a second. I don't know about this this mic setup. This will be great for interviews, but I'm not sure about for this stuff. I might stick with the other microphone, or you guys might just think it's crazy how unnaturally quiet the other one is. You might not like it. I don't know. Let's see what size this is. Oh, this is a 600 watt dummy load. So I have a 600 watt average dummy load that can handle 600 watt continuous for 24/7. I have a 2500 watt, a 5000 watt, a 10,000 watt, and an 80,000 watt dummy load. And again, all those numbers are continuous, what they can handle. I just grabbed the drill bit set. I thought I did. I took it out. Set it right here. Let's see if it goes up to the proper size. It does not. This is a 60 piece set, but it's all for the small, all the way down to the 64th inch measurements. I've got my larger one right here. It's one of them. There's a 5/16. It looks like a pretty fresh bit. We'll give it a shot. I don't like how tall that centerpiece of the bit is, but we will use it nonetheless. Let me grab my actual drill. I got my impacts right here. My drill is over here. I've got several actually, but the one I like to use. Nah, let's be lazy. I've got a whole nother drill over here. Let's use this one. It's the cool thing about having multiple drills. You can kind of do what you want. It's probably not the smartest thing monetarily, but whatever. I already bought them now, so. So first things first, I'm building, like I said, a custom high voltage connection. This customer's been asking me for months about this thing. So I finally got it together for him. And I told him I'd finish it when I got back because it didn't ship fast enough. Heck yeah, man. Thanks for the handshake too, man. I appreciate the hospitality, the friendship, the kindness, man. It was to all the 808 guys, man. It was absolutely a pleasure, especially you dudes, man. I definitely appreciate getting to meet. I'm sorry about the extra noise. I apologize. Give me just 1 second. Let me finish this drill bit, and I'll thank you guys properly. Not too bad. That's good. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. So I got to clean out the inside of this real quick, but now let me finish talking. Thank you everybody at the 808 that came up to the 808 meet at the Lapel Hoi Hoi meet and greet. I say the 808 meet, but it's just for all the crew that decides to come out. Not everybody that's an 808 came out, but I definitely do appreciate the ones that did. I appreciate you guys welcoming me and my family. I was glad to put the handshake on you guys. I really appreciate it for sure. It was a great event, and I definitely enjoyed it for sure. It's not a thing I say lightly when I recommend something, and I definitely recommend it. If you guys can make it there. Now, to be adult about it, there of course is adult things that happen at these events. So if you have a lot of problems with that, either stay away from those groups or just don't bring like small children super close to that stuff. I'm happy to bring my kids still, but I definitely, of course, whenever there's guys, they mind their own business, and that's at any event. I don't think there's an event I haven't went to that there hasn't been somebody doing something that adults would do. So don't feel like this is not like a church event or nothing like that where there's nothing to be expected, but it's definitely not like you're taking your kids straight to pool hall in the middle of nowhere. It's a good event. It's definitely very friendly. There's other kids there. The kids got to hang out with each other. And then it was, like I said, a good event. There's a lot of good people there. All right, so now we got this booger cleared out. So let's poke this through, see if it does what I need it to do. If it does, I will be good from here. So I need to poke this through here. Wave it in, Cody. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's go over here. Where, oh where? I need to get a straight punch. Give me 1 second. There's a pick that I use for this, and I don't know where it's at. It's all the wrong ones. I just use a flathead. This will work. So it's just a normal flathead. There's nothing special about it. It's just a flathead. Let's see if this pokes in. Alright, I don't like how that's fitting. So let's check this and see how it's fitting and see how far it goes in. If it doesn't work the way I need it to, then I can always modify it, so it's not really the end of the world. And that goes all the way in there to that edge. And that looks like it's going all the way in there to that edge. So seeing as a fact, all right. Yeah, that works. That actually worked really well. Way better than I thought. Okay. So this will be perfect. So this is going to be a custom connector for this customer. So this is kind of hard to get out of here once it goes in. That's great. I like that. Nice. So let's get to work. Let's clean up my mess. I'm going to do one more of these. So let's just go ahead and do that before I clean up. I don't need to poke that all the way in there until I pop this out. So let's hop in here and see what you guys... Yeah, some of you guys hanging out. So let's drill this out the rest of the way. Dang, this thing's a lot better than the other one was. So we're going to go ahead and move this up just a little bit. Change my clutch so I don't have to deal with this thing ripping my wrist off. Sorry about the noise. Give me just a minute. I apologize for that. So if I find a setting on here that allows me to turn up the noise reduction, I will. But I'm currently in the middle of working, so I will not be doing that on this specific video. So these high frequencies that you guys are hearing, I think I can eliminate them. So just bear with me for this one video, and we'll try to get back to the noise canceling quality we had on the videos before I left. So I'm gonna try to get there and have like fidelity at the same time, because I went back and listened to those videos, and it's great, the noise canceling, but it's absolutely crazy how tight it put my voice. This is not the place to put those microphones. Give me a second. I'm sure I'm blasting your guys' ear out. Oh, hang on. Was the noise canceling on? I don't know. All right, let's try this one more time. I think noise reduction might not have been on. All right, let me jump in here real quick and check the live. Go to YouTube quickly. Nope, I missed it. So let's see how noisy this is. The microphone's away from me. I think the noise reduction did kick in that time. So give me just a second. I'm going to try to talk over this. Give me... Oh, that's loud. So... clipping these to the other spot that I was in earlier. Now let's go back to drilling. And we'll try to talk and see if the noisy that can work. And I'm going to try to keep talking while I'm drilling and test this thing out real quick. No, not really. So, let me move these over here. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to the live at the same time as do this video because I'm still running tests, multiple tests on these this microphone. I'm very pleased with what it does in like a noisy environment as far as like music playing in the background, but not as pleased as far as in a like working environment where you got like a loud drill or something. So still happy with my purchase because it'll work out great for these events that I'm going to, but it may not be like the absolute replacement that I was hoping it would be for everything. That'll be alright though. That's still cool. I'm still happy with it. So let me cut this real quick out of here. It's all Teflon, so we're not super concerned. So, for the guys that don't know what I'm doing, I'm building a custom connector for a guy that ordered it. He's been wanting me to build this for a while. So I'm going to clean this out real quick. Give me just a second. So now I've got to get in here with something sharp, probably like a razor blade or so. See if I've got one of those. Yeah, I got one over here. I'm just going to get my razor blade. Let's see if I can chop this real quick. Got that one, pull it out. There we go. Chop that one and pull it out. Pretty happy with that, so that's cool. So now let's poke this booger back in and make sure this lines up. I keep forgetting. Sorry, I gotta grab my microphones back. So these things are pretty dang good for like an interview microphone. They'll do a great job as far as that goes. As far as like a heavy working industrial application, probably not your best choice. But there may be some settings on these things because they're pretty expensive that I can look into. So let me try on the next live and I'll give it a shot. Yeah. That goes all the way in. We need to make sure this is not shorted. I've got a bunch of metal to dump off of here because all this crap. I hate my bench when it gets like this. So luckily, we've got two benches kind of built into one. So let's set this all over here. We will not be using a couple of these pieces for sure because I'm going to be modifying this from its original intended purpose. So you guys will see extra parts laying over there, and that is going to be fine. So line that up, move that out the way. Now let's just dump this trash so I don't have to deal with it. Not as much, at least. Now let's get our handy dandy microfiber because that's what's going to pull all this small metal out. Wipe this booger down and pull all this brass dust out of here. Don't have to be perfect, but I will definitely wipe this thing down completely at some point. I don't think I have any more Windex. That's the main reason I'm not that concerned about it because it seems like that pulls it up pretty good. Maybe some isopropyl alcohol will probably work pretty good, but all I have is a bit of water in here and some... I might have some grease lightning somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. But I got plenty of car wash material. I don't know why I bought so much at one point in time in the past, but I sure did. Okay. this and this. Let's go ahead and grab 6 foot. I think that's what he ordered. He said 6 foot. I'm going to be unhappy if he wanted more than that, but I'm quite sure he said 6 foot. So that's what I'm going to go with. Mainly the reason I'm finishing this one so quickly is because I've got several more orders behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it done now. You guys are seeing me figure out this brand new connector real time. This is not me being cocky or anything like that. I'm having to learn as I go, because it's a whole new connector. I've never used this specific connector before. I've never used this specific design before, but I'm finding a way to make it work for this application. The current draw is very low, so it doesn't matter how well my connection is done, as long as I've got enough ampacity to handle realistically 2 amps. So on a 12 gauge wire to handle 2 amps, I'm not going to have any trouble whatsoever. I need to see if my jacket will fit over, and it does perfectly. That's wonderful. That's exactly what I was looking for. My O-ring seals fine. That'll be great. Great. We will not be using anything else to seal this anymore. And I gotta get my bullet, which is right here. We'll go ahead and cut our jacket back. So let me zoom out real quick. I think I'm probably in the wrong shot. Yeah, that's what I did when I was doing this. See, I turned the clutch down. So what would happen is if it started jerking on my hand, the clutch would kick out and it would just start popping. I don't know. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the EIA stuff. Here's one of the, oh yeah, you can show them. This is the EIA I have now. I got some 1 5/8 right here. I've got another 1 5/8 right here. I've got another 1 5/8 set up right here. And some more 7/8 EIA right there. That, actually, I said that was 1 5/8. That was 3 1/8 that I just showed you. But yeah, I got a bunch of 1 5/8. But yeah, definitely, for sure, get with me on that. All right, what else? Who else is talking? Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate all you guys, man, for sure. So let's go ahead and get this thing done. So now, if I was working with something that didn't have a clutch on it, I definitely would be a little bit more wary about how I was holding it. But what I would have did, if it would have kicked back some more, I would just drop the clutch some more. So definitely can be risky if you don't. If you put this on like just straight up this hammer drill mode right there, that booger will snap you. Yeah, it'll snap back and catch on you, man. And it'll hurt. Let's just say that much. You will have a bit more than you bargained for as far as with that drill bit. It'll give you more than what you asked for. So this is only going to have a fairly small connection on the interior portion. On the exterior portion, we will have a bigger connection. This is, again, only going to have to carry 1 to 2 amps. So I'm going to make sure it has as much ampacity as possible while also actually working and fitting. So I got to figure out exactly how many strands can go on the interior and exactly how many strands will need to go on the exterior. So it looks like probably nothing crazy, about 5, 10, 15 strands, something like that. So we'll knock this off the body and we'll keep chopping some. And what I'm going to do to tie this all in together is whenever it comes down to this end of this base, I'm going to solder everything to the base. So this is not a big high voltage, this is a high voltage connector, but this is not a big high current connector. So it will not need a lot of current capacity or ampacity. I'll show you guys again how it works here in just a little bit. So we're going to bond all the way around the base right here, all the way back to all these strands, and then of course I will bond the interior too. It only has to carry 2 amps of current though. So I'm doing a bit of overkill using 25,000 volt rated wire. It's only going to be around 4,000 plate volts, but it just gives this customer some realm of protection, along with this wire will not go out. The connector will fail before this wire will. So let me see if I can zoom real quick. Yeah, I think Hawaii weather was pretty nice for sure. Georgia weather's kind of back and forth. Hawaii was, I don't mind the cold that much. Like my favorite temperature, if it was 63 degrees or so, maybe 67 degrees with like shorts and like t-shirt and stuff, would be my favorite temperature year round. So Hawaii being warmer than that, I'm sure whenever it hits Hawaii summertime, I would be melting and like falling apart. But I do the same thing in Georgia. It's just I wear flip-flops and basically a t-shirt in the summertime. In the wintertime, I'm wearing long sleeve shirts, button-ups. I got my heated jacket, and I got some other stuff to stay warm. So it just depends on, I guess depends on how cold it is. I don't mind Georgia too bad, but Hawaii was nice for sure. I definitely appreciated that nice, good temperature all throughout it. Like February, it's super nice in Hawaii for sure. I don't know about the rest of the year, but I'll be watching the weather, see what it's like over there. But it was super nice when I went there. All right, so this is done. So what I have to do is I have to make sure that this is going to plug in all the way. So there we go. It just snapped all the way in. And then lock this booger into place right here. Well, it's not going to lock in as well as what it would have originally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw probably some heat shrink on this jacket, so I have glue on this holding this into place so it lines up into this connector right here. Yeah, I'd say that Hawaii's got Georgia beat for wintertime for sure. But Georgia springtime and Georgia fall time, I really love it. It's excellent temperature. So I don't know if I've got any. I don't know what I've got. How do I want to do this? What do I want to do? I think no, that'll mess with my dielectric spacing. Let's see how good it grips. That's a pretty dang good grip, but still not quite good enough for me to be happy. So I want to, I'll have to redesign this a little bit, but I'm very happy with the end results out so far. I just need to put some really strong, some glue line heat shrink over it to heat shrink the body, and that stuff will hold it on very well. So it took a decent amount of pressure right there. Not a crazy amount of pressure, but a decent amount of pressure to pull that booger out. But we'll line that booger up. I suppose some sort of glue at the entrance would probably work also. But I'm very happy with this. This is just a custom high voltage connection for a super unique application. This is not something I build normally. I'm going to show you what I build normally so you guys can compare it. I'm going to modify this like I said earlier, but just give me just a little bit. Let me show you. I'm going to show you what I normally do. My normal high voltage connections, this is my smallest one that I own. It's going to be, well, this is not the smallest, but I'll just grab it because it's the easiest to grab. All right. So right here is my 10 kV. I like the design better than the other one because see how it has significantly more isolation. This will go inside the body of whatever you're using. Like say you got a metal plate right here, it goes inside right there. So this is external, that is all internal, and the hot pin doesn't start till way down there. Same thing with this. When it goes inside here, all the high voltage wire goes all the way up inside here to this very end. It goes all the way into here. And it's designed specifically for this high voltage wire right here, and it actually locks down really well and actually holds in place. And also this has got a snap ring that holds it in place. Where this has just got a push pin, this has got the snap ring that locks it in. So you can't pull it back out without ripping the wire out, or mainly just ripping the wire out. It would have to rip it out in order to get it out of this one. But that's my high voltage connector right here. This is the high voltage connector that this customer chose to use. It screws on, locks into place. You're not really going to be pulling it that way. You're downward. You would normally pull it out. So there's not a lot of stress this has to support, but I am going to go ahead and throw an extra layer of protection on here. This is not my choice of connector. This is what the customer owns, and he's asking me to do something for him. So I chose the best option that I had, which is some good 25 kV wire, and try to redesign it for him. All right, so now this is the 20 kV high voltage wire. So you can see how it has significantly more dielectric spacing. And this is good for up to 30 amps. And this right here is the 20 kV. That's good for 80 amps. So that's some of my bigger high voltage connectors. Let's get to building. Let's finish building this one real quick though. So this unplugs pretty easily, not extremely, but it's just easy to unscrew. So I will just leave that put together until I find some high voltage, no, not high voltage, but some glue lined heat shrink to throw on it, and then it'll be done. So we're gonna cut this down, probably 18 gauge or so. There we go. So that's a lot cleaner of a cut than what I did a while ago. It might not be as small of a cut as I need, but we'll see in just a moment. Are you guys zoomed in enough? You guys can see pretty well what I'm doing here. So let me know if it's cutting out, guys. I know I'm not doing the most interesting thing at the moment, but we are getting to work on it, doing what I can. Again, like I said, this is the high voltage wire. I'll be done with this in a little bit, and we'll work on some other stuff. There we go. Waving a hand, Postman. Hope you're doing well, man. Working on some high voltage connectors right here. Nothing super special, just got to get it done. The customer's been asking me for a while to get it done, so that's what I'm working on here. Finally done with all the flights, finally done with all the trip, and we are back to the salty mine doing some work. Just working this morning at the shop, and then of course coming back out here to do my RF supply work. I've got a 7/8 harness to do. I've got a 1/2 inch harness to do. I've got a custom high Teflon harness to do. You guys will see a super custom Teflon wire I'll be showing you guys soon. Yeah. The bad thing is I'm not even close to done. I've got to go to New York this coming weekend. So I got a 12-hour drive there and a 12-hour drive back to go to. So that's going to be fun. I may do some sort of live just to talk, but I don't know. I don't know if I will or not. But yeah, it's a fun one. I got 24 hours worth of driving to do, and what is it? Less than 5 days from now. So I'm busy over here in the RF supply world, So that turned out great. Bonded all the way. Oh, nope, not all the way through. We got a little bit more to do. So I was gonna say it bonded it all the way through, but I looked at the back side and it did not get all this. So give me just a second. Luckily, I like what I do with my RF supply, so it's not really that much of a job for me. Like, it's not like it's something I come out and dread doing. It's work that's pretty interesting to me. I get to do things that are unique for some guys, and other guys, that's cool, but I'm not using that. I'm not doing it. All right, let's throw this back here. Oh, let me know if the live's cutting in and out or anything, guys. I don't think it is, but if it is, keep me informed, because I can fix that pretty, well, not super easy, but I can fix that. All right, so plug this booger in. Whoa, I don't like that. Line that bugger back up straight. Get on there. There we go. That's what I needed. So, yeah, again, it's a wild thing to talk about driving that much after already driving 800 miles this past weekend. No, well, it was only 9 days, so 100 miles a day is not too bad. No, not quite 100 miles a day, maybe 90 miles a day is what I was driving. So it was, you wouldn't think there's 800 miles to drive in Hawaii, but we did. I drove a bunch. All right, pretty satisfied with how that works. That should unplug pretty easily. It'd probably take about 15 pounds of force, maybe 20 pounds, 30 pounds, about 40 pounds of force. That's not too bad. If you jerked it hard enough, though, you could snatch it out. So I'm going to try to do another modification to it, throw some glue-lined heat shrink on it so that it'll have a little bit more tension on it. When you throw that glue on there, a lot of times it makes it a major pain to get off. So without cutting the heat shrink. So that's what we're going to do for this design. Again, this is not my connector. This is not my design. This is not something I specifically recommend. This is just what this customer has. And they asked me if I could build a connector for them. And I did it. So I will try to locate some glue-lined heat shrink. If not, I will tell them to make sure they get some, then heat shrink it on there. It'll glue it on in place. So they have their high voltage wire. They have their connector on both sides. They are good to go. There we go. So I'm working on a high voltage connection for a lower voltage piece. This is waving a hand 111. Hope you're doing well, man. But this is for a random connector a customer had put on their equipment. So I just built them a high voltage harness to connect between the power supply and the RF deck. So that's what we did today. Not really. I've got more to do. So let me put this together. I got to find some glue-lined heat shrink for it, and then we will be on to the next job. The next job is going to be 2 split feeds and a custom bracket. I wish I still had my measurements, but luckily I can measure off of this stuff. So that's how that looks. These are the connectors they're using. It only needs to handle 2 amps at about 4,000 volts. It will handle that with the dielectric spacing that it does have now. So that'll be fine. All right. So I hope you guys are liking the new microphone. If you guys are not, we will swap back to the other one. The noise canceling microphone is going to be good, but it's going to be almost too good. It'll be like dead quiet and you'll hear nothing but me. It seemed like some of you guys really liked that and other guys didn't really have an opinion. So if you guys have an opinion on this new microphone versus what it was like, not in Hawaii, but like it was like on the last live before I left for Hawaii, let me know. Go back and listen, please, and tell me what your opinion is, because I am eager to hear it. That was a bad idea. It was me trying to eat the rest of that blizzard. All right. Yes, I am all back. So I've got 2 split feeds that I've got to build. I've got some 7/8 wire I got to do. I got a coax bracket I got to do. I've got some 1/2-inch Teflon wire I got to do. I didn't even tell you guys what that was yet until just now. I have, gosh, I don't remember what else at the moment. I got another 1/2-inch wire harness that needs to be quoted out, or either probably LMR, maybe some LMR 600. I don't tell many people that I got it, but I do have LMR 600. I've only got a couple hundred feet of it left, maybe 300 foot. But I probably won't be selling it after that. But I will sell it for now, because I can sell it for half what it cost you to buy it new. And that's, at that price point, I think it's kind of worth it. At the higher price points, it's kind of questionable, to be honest. So let's go ahead and get some braid real quick and go ahead and hammer these boogers down. I am quite confident that the hammer is going to be loud just like the drill was. So I really wish I had my manual for this microphone so I could cancel that noise out. It does have a noise reduction feature, and we will be trying that out soon. But to be honest, I am currently unaware how to make it do any more noise reduction than what it currently does. So we are at a standstill until I know how to do that. That is entirely too much braid. I don't need that much, but it'll be all right. I can cut it down. So I just grabbed some braid real quick. I've got to do 4 of these, and we'll get to work. So I don't know if it's real time I'm seeing these comments, but it'd be pretty cool if it is. So I'll get back to work. So see how this has got a rounded structure right here? So it's big and round. This has got a flat structure here. So all I'm going to do is flatten out this so it makes more even contact all along this braid. It just stops any issues with impedance bumps from poorly connected terminations. So all you're going to do is hear me whacking a hammer. So it's not as nice as, like I said, the video that I was doing before. So I apologize for any undue noise that you guys are having to hear. I'm going to move these microphones further away. I'm quite confident they're still going to pick up the hammer noise, but we'll see how muted it is since it's all the way up underneath the bench. I know it's going to be better than like the stock speaker, the one that came on this the unit, but it came on the phone or whatever. But it's definitely got me spoiled with how loud I could be with that other microphone. I'm going to hop into the live real quick and listen. I'm going to miss a couple of you guys' comments, so I apologize for that. But I'm going to hop in and take a listen real quick. So push that and let's take a listen. It's definitely picking up more noise than what I expected. So noise reduction is on, but it's not going to cut out the noise. It's just going to, it should reduce it. And maybe you can hear the noise cut out as I start to talk, but when I don't talk, it picks it up louder. So I don't know. and see what it's doing. Nah. Maybe if I was facing the mic, it would be better, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. So back to the chat. Let's hop in here and talk to you guys some more. Alright, aim that back up for now. Let's go ahead and measure this out, and let's cut this to length. So, we're going to do similar lengths to what this split feet is right here. So we'll do a center conductor here. We'll cut it there. Go. And now we'll do body here, not the center conductor all the way to there. That should be pretty close to where I need it to be. That's that one done. Now we need to do something a little different. Measure this one out real quick and see if it does what I need it to do. So, oh, I gotta do two more. Give me a second. Just throw the terminal on it real quick so we can move on. So, again, I'm sorry for the hammer noise. I will definitely try to work on that. It's going to take me a little bit to figure this thing out. It's a custom microphone. You guys can see them actually. So, right there and right there. So I could do an interview with somebody right here and be in one ear, and then do an interview over here. So they would pick an ear, and you'd be able to come in either ear. I think I can change it to stereo. I'm sure I've got a bunch more settings, but I am unsure because I haven't used a lot of these external mics like this. So apologies for me not being a videographer. I'm not. I just do work, and you guys get to see what I do. It's not really anything special on my end. I try to improve my production skills, but what I do first and foremost is my RF supply work. That comes before anything else. If I can make nice quality videos while I'm working, then I will. But if it takes a significant amount of effort or stops my work, then I will not. So, worst case, if I can't make these custom mics work for this application, I will save them for the breaks and the key downs, and then I will save them for the breaks and the key downs, and use the other microphone that I've been using for a main microphone. So now I'll clip you guys up here and put you guys back in my hangout spot until I move this again and start hammering again. When I hammer, I lean over into it, so the least I can do is at least pull the microphone away from you guys' ears so it's not blasting you guys out. So you can go up here about this high right there. That'll be fine. And then you can bend over here and should be able to kind of match the same scenario right there. So that's what we'll shoot for height. That's not right. That don't make sense. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to try this one more time. So let's try. I can add a little bit of length to that, and that'll be fine. But that's not right. I know it's not right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And set it to the same height. You here. Let's chop that there. That's more like it. That seems a lot closer to the differences. That's right. There we go. So this is for the other one I already know. The longer ones is for the EIA. Let's go ahead and put these two on, hammer these boogers on here, unclip you guys temporarily until we get this noise canceling figured out, or noise reduction as it is called, figured out. All right, lots of work to do. I did not get to say my thank you to everybody. I'm gonna make a different video since I waited so long in this video to thank all the 808 crew, but I will say it on this video. I don't want you to feel like I don't appreciate them guys. I appreciate everybody that came to the Laupo Hoi Hoi meet and greet. Everybody from the States, everybody from Hawaii. And everybody else from abroad. I appreciate each and every one of you. It was nice to meet the Kiwi family, fellows from New Zealand, Mr. I have to remember, he's got it written down on my thing to make sure I don't say it wrong. I don't want to. Last thing I'm going to do is quote a name wrong. I'm not going to say it. But yeah, my fellows from New Zealand, yeah, I got them added on here, so I will hop in and say hello to them at some point. But I met a lot of guys. I'm grateful to meet them all, and I'll make a dedicated and specified post for that. I screwed up this one because I was too busy to get to work, but I wanted to take the opportunity to thank everybody, and I didn't do that. So I will absolutely make another post because it's worth it for sure. But if you guys check this out now and wonder why I hadn't made the post, it's because I'm too scatterbrained and too busy trying to get to work to remember. But I will absolutely dedicate some time to tell you guys all thank you, because it is truly appreciated. They were welcoming, they were friendly, they were nice, they fed us, they had the food for both days that I came. They weren't even, it's not even advertised to be a 2-day event, but they still had all kinds of food ready on the first day. I also met up with some of my friends on the West Coast, and met a new friend around the I guess you'd say Midwest area, and it was good company, appreciated folks. I hope they appreciated me as much as I appreciated them. Same thing with, like I said, everybody I met at the event. Everybody was welcoming, everybody was friendly, everybody was kind. It was an event that you could go to, and it would definitely be a good place to go for sure. You'd feel welcome no matter what. They definitely know how to roll out the red carpet for folks, make it nice and friendly, and like I said, a good atmosphere. I did bring my family, but yeah, definitely keep in mind that there's absolutely still adults there, and they still do adult things. So just keep that in mind. That's with any event. I don't care which break it is. I know some people that choose to bring their family and other people that choose not to bring their family. Just make whatever decision is good for you and your family. That's like I said, with any event. That has nothing to do with this event. This event was great, and each and every one of them that I've went to so far, whether it was West Palm Beach, whether it was Gulfport, whether it was Victoria, everybody was super welcoming and nice. But it was definitely a special type of greeting in Laupo Hoi Hoi. It was they call it the Aloha spirit. They friendly, kind, welcoming, and just all around good people that really enjoy their event for sure. It's a great meet and greet. If I would have remembered, I'd have brought an antenna and had some fun. Did some transmitting. Alright, so this is just extra braid. I will not be using that this go around. I probably shouldn't have cut so much, but that's just how it works sometimes. So I got both these done, so I'm going to go ahead and start soldering these, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff built. I'd say if I have something that I probably don't charge enough for, it's these split feeds that take entirely too much time for what I charge. But currently at the moment, I'm definitely still keeping my price the same. I'm not going up. At some point in time in the future, I'll figure that out and change it. But as of now, I have not changed it. Maybe I can build a process that's not quite so labor intensive in the future. But as of now, this is what we're doing. Let me hop in here on the Facebook feed. Seems like it might be messing up. So watch live. Let's go here. Alright, sorry to the Facebook guys if you guys. Oh. Why won't it click play? I hope it's not messing up. Alright, it's not playing the Facebook feed, so I don't know. Let me know if Facebook's working, guys. I do apologize. I know YouTube seems to be working fine. So let's go back to the comments and let's get back to work. So, I usually have a lot of guys hanging out on Facebook, and it's definitely seemed like something's changing right now, so I apologize. If something's messing up, please let me know. I can fix that. We can fix it. Yes, we can. Okay. So we're just going to lay all these right here. Let's rotate you guys around so you guys can see. Let's let you guys watch. That's the cool thing about having this custom little gimbal over here. You can see my Dairy Queen over here I was eating on. I almost never eat that stuff. But, hey, somebody brought it, so probably should have turned it down, but I'm eating it now, so whatever. Let's get my torch out of here real quick. Oh, don't do that. All right, slip these two forward and do this one, since I'm already this far along on this. And I got plenty of heat on these two. Nice. Well, unfortunate. I'm kind of picky whenever I do these things. So it kind of irritates me when I have a little solder fall that way. Not that it matters, it's just irritates me. Ta-da! These 4 are done, so now I got to do the other 4. So I'll start with just loosening this up, pulling these out, poking these other ones in. So there's a bit of heat here, so you got to watch out for it. Keep that in mind. If it's too hot, then stop what you're doing and just wait for it to cool off. If you can handle the heat, then get to work. All right. So, get back to work and do these 4. There's a little bit more space than I want over here, so I'm going to have to throw extra solder in it. It won't be the end of the world, but it's definitely more frustrating when you have a bit more gap than you want. All right. So when you see a lot of this solder that flings forward, I'm not concerned about that at all. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Because all that means is that the tip of the flame has burnt that end off, but the connector is not hot enough. All right, flip this bugger forward. It's the first time I try to do 4 in a row like this. So let's see if I regret this. You can see how the wire falls forward. That's just the solder no longer holding it in place. If I had to pick a position, I would pick this position that it's leaning towards for it to be in permanently anyway. Yeah, this is not a mechanical connection, this is an electrical connection, so don't think that you're gonna hang on this connection like it's a set of monkey bars. It's not made for that. It will break. I'm doing it for a very specific purpose. So keep in mind, if you're trying to make a mechanical connection, you're not going to be soldering your braid like this. Alrighty, so this is done. Let's get to work on the rest of this. Turn this back over here. Waving a hand, 511 out of California. Hope you're doing well, man. I don't know where the heck this video camera just went. All right, this is going to be really hot and hard to touch, so I'm going to just loosen it off and set it on my bench. The bench is rated for several hundred degrees, about 500-600 degrees it can handle, so it doesn't really matter on it what touches it. It doesn't matter what touches my hands though, so I have a limit of what I can handle. I can handle some heat, but definitely there's a limit. it will burn me even. I'm used to handling a lot of heat with working with this stuff for so long, but there's definitely a hard limit on what you can physically withstand without actually burning yourself. All right, so it should be cooled off enough for me to work with. So now I got all my braids. Alrighty, so hello YouTube land, hello Facebook land. Hope you guys are doing well. This is what I'm building right here. This is a connector-based split feed. So I got some Teflon right here to isolate this center conductor right here with this shield that's right here. This is for a 7/16 DIN connector. I'm going to be doing a 7/8 EIA connector also. So this is what we're working on. I'm building, again, these split feeds right here. This is not a mechanical connection. Keep this in mind. Whenever I soldered this along this edge, that makes this connection weak right here. From an electrical standpoint, it's great. It's got a good bond, a solid connection, a very low impedance path for it to follow. But from an RF perspective, we'll say. But from an actual mechanical perspective, this is super weak now because this is all bonded into one solid piece. It's not flexible like the rest of the wire is. So keep that in mind when you're working with this stuff. When you get into some of the bigger levels, I will change up and use a different style connection. But as of now, this is what I will be using for these two jobs. So I got to go get some Teflon. We're going to move you guys to a new mount, and we're going to do a little bit of machine work. It may not be the coolest thing. It may be absolutely amazing to some of you guys. I don't know. But we will see. Let me go ahead and get the mount out real quick and start unfolding it. I don't know where I set it. I see that right here, and here it is. This is my custom little tripod. I guess I'll let you guys see what I'm doing while I'm taking it apart. So it's pretty neat, does a good job. So we'll fold that booger out. That. I don't know how tall I need to make this, but we'll go ahead and shoot for this height right here. I think I need to make it full height. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So that's how this sets up. Goes out just like that. Lines up like this. We'll get the other gimbal if I can find it. It's in my temporary pack. You see my little microphone hookups. I'm just trying this microphone out. I did have it set up for the interview setup, so it's a little different. But it worked out pretty good for the interviews for sure. I don't think I like it pretty good for this stuff that we're doing now. So there we go, down we go. Let's zoom back out and let's get back to work. So now we're going to be doing, like I said, a little bit of machine work. It's not the best. I don't have the best microphone to do this, but I've got to get it done anyway. It's part of the job. So I'm going to leave all this stuff over. Well, I need to do this one, and this one can stay normal. This one I need to modify. So I've got to cut this. I've got some material over there to do that with, and then I've got to remember what size this is. I'll do it with a caliper later. We'll mark it for center, and we'll drill it out larger with some other tools. The drill press is fine for small stuff, but it's not really necessary for the rest of it. All right, forgive the mess. I got lots of stuff everywhere, so I'm not trying to brag. I do not have my shop cleaned up. I've been gone for 9 days, and then it was a mess before then, so keep that in mind. So we'll set up this shop over here. So this is the other part of the workbench that I have to work with. Where's the legs? It's all the way out? No, that was not all the way out. We will raise this up the rest of the way. Turn this light on and that on right there. Again, I claim to be I'm not. I say machine. Did I even say machine shop? If I did, I need to correct that. It's not a machine shop. It's, I guess you'd call it hobbyist corner. I don't really know what you say. It's nothing special. It's just a simple little drill press. Not the most fancy tools, but again, I'm doing a lot of this stuff for super cheap. So I'm not trying to charge these absorbent prices for doing the stuff. I'm probably like the price I charge is not even remotely worth the labor, but it is what it is. It's to complete a harness, so it allows me to do some certain things to this stuff. So I'm gonna hop in on this live, make sure I got the right camera angle for you guys to see what's going on, and we're gonna get our butts to work. So let's hop in on YouTube, I guess, real quick. Maybe if I just mute the audio. All right. I like the sound. It's pretty good, but the noise canceling is going to be pretty terrible here in a moment. I turned that. We're good. And I don't like how I can hear my breathing as much on this one. The other one is definitely significantly better. Back over there. That's pretty much all of it. You can't see the sander, but when I get to the sander, I'll turn it over. So there's my Teflon cabinet. We got the big Teflon. Smaller. Next size down. And then the next size down, the next size down, and the next size down. What size are you? This one right here. We will not be using this, so remove that. I can go back up. I'm gonna have to mute this booger. I got a repeat going on over here, so no, get off that. View chats. If you guys got something to say, feel free to hop in here and say hello. I will try to respond to you as I can. I'm gonna leave the chat up so I can see what you guys are saying. But I'm gonna be drilling right here. Not really drilling, but I'm gonna be working right here. I wish I could find a way to extend this. That would be nice. This is a little too short for what I need. All right, we're gonna go extra and just do something more this time around. We may just do that. Let's go for it. That could be special. I could do something nice for whoever gets this one. That'll be fine. Give me a second. Let me grab this one out. This is even less cost effective now, but I don't know. I do this stuff more than just for money. It's still enjoyable. I still like doing it. So I can do something for myself every once in a while, or for my own satisfaction, I guess. All right, give me a second. I got to set the height of this. I've been using my hand, and I definitely can use my hand, but it's always nice to have a tool to help a little bit with this stuff. Lock it in place. How far do I want to make that? I think that'll be good. Lock her down. Sorry about the noise. So we will be trying here pretty soon to see about canceling that noise out. I already have another setup that I used previous to these new microphones that you guys were loving. So we'll see about changing back to those depending on how noisy this live is. I'm just knocking out some of these high spots right here. and we'll try and see how. I'll try the noise reduction and change it out to something different at some point, but I haven't. I don't know yet how good it's going to do. So I feel like it's going to be just as bad as the hammer was and the drill was over there. So apologies if it's super loud. We will swap up to the other noise canceling if that is indeed the case. So let me jump out real quick, hop into YouTube, watch that live on YouTube, and then listen to this while I'm working. It's definitely high frequencies it's not good with. So the drilling, the grinding part. The sanding aspect. I said grinding, my bad. But, so super clean, turned out great. Very happy with that. Now let's go ahead and do the next one. So we will do the rest of this now. Again, on the next live, I'll fix this. Oh, let me try to fix it on this live. Let's just do it. So let's pause that. Let's kill. I'm not going to be able to hear this properly, but let's try this. Give me just a second. Let me snatch this booger down just for a second. I'm going to try to unhook this. So this should. Hey, what's up, Rudy? Man, hope you're doing well, man. We're going to try to change this live for a second. Give me just a second. Connect this Bluetooth right there. Connected. So tell me if the noise canceling improved tremendously. I will try to listen to it for myself in a moment. You can go back down over there, and you guys will see what all I'm doing over there. So these are great. This is a good audio setup for when I'm at the breaks. It is not a good audio setup for when I'm working here. So hopefully it's swapped over. I'm going to listen here in just a moment and see if it's properly swapped. If it hasn't, play it on speakerphone just for a second. So let's pause that. Still, I'm not able to hear this. Let me snatch this bugger down just for a second. That is way too far. What's up, Rudy, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Definitely quiet. Nope, not happy with that. That sucks. So it did not swap over to Bluetooth mic. There. Let's see if it swapped over to Bluetooth now. I just tried to flip a switch. So I do apologize for the guys that are my test dummies over here. I'm gonna salt. I put it right on the top right there. Feel it. Give it what? Oh yeah, it did it. So we are currently now going to be on the noise canceling setting right here. So I'm going to be working with materials, and we will be able to talk through all this heavy equipment moving around. Not really, I wouldn't call it heavy equipment, but whatever. And we'll be able to talk through all this grind and everything. Yeah, that's pretty great. So I like this one a lot better. You guys let me know if you guys think the same. It's definitely not the fidelity that the other one is, but it's way better whenever I'm working on stuff like this. It's so loud. I'm just grinding this Teflon down so it's nice and smooth. We want a smooth body like this right here. And let's aim you guys back over here and we'll mark this over for center and get to work on it some more. That's cool. All right, so I'm probably gonna mess up my own audio by doing chat. I apologize if I missed your guys' comments. Definitely feel free to make your comments again. I was too busy trying to check out the live and fix that audio. Because as nice as that was at the event, it is not nice for me doing this type of work. So, I'm going to stick with this microphone choice for now. If I can figure out a better noise reduction option on the other one, then I will use it. But currently, this is king for audio at the moment. Cut this one down. You guys are not able to see mostly what I'm doing, but I needed to get to that door. So let's go ahead and move a little bit over in the corner right here, and then you guys maybe can see what I'm doing without me. I had enough room to put a router table down. This would be even nicer, but it's got a nice flat platform I can use. So we got our edges beveled. Now we got to mark for center. The way we mark for center, of course, is just right here. So that's pretty great. I can swap in the live while I'm working over to the headphones, so it will work. I will do another test in the future about interviews with this one, but for some reason I feel like it cuts out my audio and messes up my stuff. I do have another phone that I can monitor that with now, so I'm not as concerned about it. Wow. Yeah, really? Yeah, 25. So 25 and a half on this one. Just make two half moon shapes and X marks the spot. So I'll have center. Whoa. Teflon has a low friction coefficient, so it's super slide. Again, X marks the spot. I believe I've got the right drill bit in here, so I'm going to use it. If I don't, cross that bridge when I come to it later. So we've got our hole marked for center. Doesn't matter if it's absolutely perfect. It's really just a personal preference thing. Uh, Pretty dead center. If I had to complain, I'd say it's about a half a millimeter off, if not a quarter of a millimeter. So pretty satisfied with that one. This one, I would say probably near the same, probably about a half millimeter off. So That's just my drilling skills, my centering skills, and my effort to try to be absolutely perfect. Half a millimeter is fine. I'm not super concerned about that. It may even be a tighter tolerance than that, but that is significantly fine for what I'm doing. So I need to do. Ooh, I didn't measure something, so I may have to cut another puck. Let me check real quick. I'm gonna bring the a tool apart over here, and we'll measure it. You guys feel free to comment in here and let me know how the audio is doing now. Tell me if you like it better, you think it's worse, um, you think I made a terrible decision swapping off of the other mic, or made a great decision. Please let me know. Your opinions are invaluable. I really do mean that. What you guys say has a lot of weight. I do listen to you guys' comments, and I appreciate the feedback for sure. It's not a one-sided thing where I just have to, oh, listen to what I say. I really do appreciate it, guys. I'm not a thing where it's just all about me. Let's just measure this and plot that in place. See if this is going to be long enough. That is plenty long enough. So, maybe. So now I have to do a crazy, not really crazy, but let's find it. So I need to measure the body of this. Food. Please see if you guys can still see. I apologize. Yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing. So let's go to a fraction. Looking for. Zero that bugger out. That's the size I need. Do I want to do this drill bit or drill? Think I'll try it on a drill, see if I regret this or not. These are not size. It's definitely not the right size. Should be this one. That is correct size. And all I'm going to do is we're drilling through soft Teflon, so there's no like super difficult ability to drill. Not really hard to deal with. All I gotta do is just line it up on the thinner. The main thing is just make sure I don't go too deep. That's the main trouble I will have. If I go too deep, what ends up happening is this whole connection will up. There's the jaw. Let's measure this booger. Should not move it off there. So max 6 mil, 6 mil depth. Lock this booger down and make sure I've achieved 6 mil. I have not, just under it. Here's the risk here. If I go through, out, that out. Let's check our depth. Me, perfectly good all around. Now I've got to get a razor to go in here and cut this. This is what I did a while ago. You guys will see how that's done here in just a moment. Well, actually, you won't see because I'm going to go over here and cut it with a razor while I'm on the Bluetooth. And I hate to be that way, but this works a lot faster if I just cut it real quick and we can come back. Not to be a pain, but all I'm doing is cutting this piece with a razor blade. There's nothing special about what I just did. So this will allow me to cut the depth that I need. So I've got my open access and I got my hole in the back. So now let's check depth all the way around. Make sure I'm not going to catch on anything.
Now, there is a specific tool I could use, and I have not yet utilized this tool, but it does not look like, with my current measurement, that I will need that tool at all. So now let's go ahead and go back over with my pucks. I got everything I need. Holes. I do need to cut a terminal, so I'm going to move over here. So let's see. I put a privacy screen on my own camera, on my own screen. What do you call it? Fake camera. I don't mean camera. I mean, man, I don't know why I'm having such a brain fart. On my own screen. And to be honest, it's a bit of a pain, a pain in this situation. Because I use it pretty often. So it's, I don't know if I like it yet or not. Let me make sure this is not the long one. I'm not cutting the wrong. Yeah, that is the wrong one. It's lowered. These two are similar in length. These two are significantly different. Let's measure these two real quick. This shield needs to match up pretty close to that. If not, that matches up here. Shorter. Here. Sorry, I'm doing some measurements, guys. Forgive me. It's not for to be rude or nothing. I'm just trying to make sure this is the right shield. Wait, this matches dead on. This matches dead on. This doesn't match dead. This matches dead. That does. Okay. That's a fun one to make sure you don't get mixed up. So let's get over here and just get to cutting. So all I'm doing is just going to cut the end of this off real quick. Uh, just got to use this tool right here. You guys are not saying nothing, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm just cutting that shit up. I need to use, what do I need to use? What am I going to use? Pliers. I used them last time. So this is what I'll do. That's it. Nothing special. Chop the end of that booger off. Hold it with a pair of pliers. Keep your hand out of the way. I'll round that booger off a little bit after I drill a hole. This is the hole I need to drill right here. So, also, let's set up a clamp on this bench. I don't know, like it or dislike it. We will try it this go around. Oh no, it's not far enough there. So, move to make number here. Plant right there, I think. I plant behind. Off of here. Think this is how we're gonna go. So I'm not trying to be hiding this, but just you guys are in kind of bad spot. But Just a smidge. Yeah, that works. Fuck, look it down. I need like one of those milling machines that set the holes so you can set your clamp holes and set up your. But I don't have one of those, so I have to work with what I'm given. Not really what I'm given, what I purchased. Let's just say that much. Man, oh, sorry, I just drilled a hole. That's all I did. I apologize for blocking the view, but not really much I can do about that. It's just I'm in the way. Oh, whoops. I was really in the way. You guys didn't even see the drill bit. I apologize. Let's go over here. Let's do a little bit of grinding. Sorry, I knocked you guys out of the view altogether. I gotta pay attention to that. I'll get this figured out one of these days. Ta-da! We're done. So I'm gonna take you guys off that gimbal over there, and we're gonna move you guys back over here. Nothing special over here, just working on this. So I'm done. I need to bring that caliper right there with me. I need to bring you guys just chat with me. You guys ain't saying nothing, but whatever. I gotta do the work anyway, whether you guys tell me anything or not. So back over here to this gimbal. Oh, what happened? Did I put it upside down? Yeah, we good now. So now that this is done, we got our pups done. This is a terrible idea. Probably won't bring that phone back over there because all I gotta do is clean a bunch of junk off of it again. A little bit too much money to put over there and get damaged because it does have a folding hinge, and I gotta keep that in mind. It's cool, 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 cool. Back on here. That's not what I wanted. That one. Go away. I can't stop the left. What's the plus do? What is that? Ooh, what's that do? Sorry, I found something neat on here. Oh, let me try this. I want to see what this does. Ooh, recording. Start recording. Oh, that lets me start it. That's pretty cool. What else can I add? I can turn the flash on. I can do the camera, volume up, volume down. Live state. Ooh, that's cool. I like that too. It doesn't show me like what my. That's weird. It won't show me the signal. What's that do? Uh-oh, I shouldn't do that. Oh, sweet. That's freaking awesome. So it'll show me on the screen the frames per second that I'm at, the kilobits per second I'm at, the percentage I've got on battery, and the microphone levels. That is freaking awesome. Dude, this thing's fancy. All right, let's plug this up. Make sure the gimbal don't go crazy. You'll see it jump off and fall off screen if it's not working right. So we'll go back in the chat. Say hello to all you guys. Turn that bagger back on. So, all right, so we're pretty good. I'll go ahead and set that thing to be set. One of my computers wants to restart, so I'll let it go ahead and restart. It cares. So these two go over here. These two go right here. I've got to drill this out. Bit and tap that out. So let's go ahead and get my drill and tap right here. So it's going to be a 1032, I think. Here, over here somewhere. There's 24. It's way too big. There she blows. Found her right there. I'm going to drill this crooked. Do not freak out. I drill it crooked on purpose. So for the guys that watch me do this, sometimes they're like, "What the heck are they doing? Why are they doing it crooked?" Alrighty, that's fine. Move on to the next step. Clean the junk off the bench. At some point in time, I'm gonna remember not to drill on the bench, but I keep forgetting. Let's zoom, zoom, zoom. Let you guys see what's going on right here. Cancel that. All right. So now I did something last time. This I think I'm going to mimic this time. That does not look appealing. All the bubbles and stuff, how that thing does not like to freeze. They say all kinds of stuff in them blizzards, man. All right. Um, I've got to get a container. So I need something that will hold water. Let me find it. I do got something right there. If I can use that, that's the worst case scenario. No, that's the best case scenario. Let's use it. I thought about doing something different. I don't care. It's my $4 to waste. Who cares? Alright. So again, guys, please let me know if this audio is working good. If it sucks, then I can go back to the other one. Um, I did check it out myself, and it did sound okay. But hey, I don't know unless you guys let me know, because it could be freaking me and it be crappy the whole time. So that, that'll be fine. I think that'll work. Let's put this up high so I can get to it. Where's this out there? I don't know if this is smart or stupid or what. Probably should do this with like, that's great to know. Thank you. Appreciate you letting me know. Long time no speak, man. Appreciate you, 804. Thanks for letting me know. We're going to be cutting this thing shorter real quick. Gotta find the screw. All right, so is this the correct one? I do know. We'll see in a moment. There she blows. So now let's see how much threads. Yeah, man. Hope everything's been well up your way, man. I know It's been wild, of course, and a lot of still rebuilding still going on, but uh, definitely great to hear from you for sure. Uh, let's not use this. This is my little precision screwdriver. We're not going to be. Well, yeah, I'll use it. I'll be lazy. I can be a bum and use the wrong tool for the job. It'll be all right. I'm just measuring some threads. So put this terminal on here. Place. See what size we got. Just drill that out. Now, I'm doing something I probably shouldn't be doing, but I'm doing it anyway. It's my tool to do the job, and I want to be lazy. So I'm trying to kind of waller that booger out with a tap. So kind of the opposite thing you wanted to use for for a job like that, but I only need a couple threads to lock in for that this piece right here. I don't really need it to be super good on the threads. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Just big enough to do the job, but not big enough to get in my way. Sweet. So we have one, two, three threads I got to cut off before this booger will lock down where it needs to be. So, hello YouTube land, hello Facebook land. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys feel free to holler at me and say hello. I know I'm not doing the most. Well, I mean, I hope you guys could see that. I apologize if you couldn't. Um, Sometimes when I'm doing this stuff, I don't think about where you guys are located. uh, Sometimes, not all the time. It definitely does happen. I need to zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing over here. See? So let's get this just ever so slightly zoomed out so you guys can check it out. Not like I'm trying to hide it. I try to zoom into a spot where I'm gonna be working, and I'm like, yeah, you guys can see this. And then I start working somewhere else, and you guys are like, yeah, well, where'd you go? And here I am, just still working, not knowing that my camera's off. I need to set up like a monitor view somewhere, like put it on the big screen or something, so I can just look up at it every once in a while. I don't have to hear the audio or nothing. I just need to see the video feed and make sure I'm in a good spot where you guys can see what's going on. I feel like at least I'd say that's probably what you guys would want more than anything to be able to see what the heck's going on. I know the audio should be pretty good, but and then of course it was just confirmed. Mr. Ryan told me earlier. That was absolutely appreciated. There we go. I need to square this burger up. Gotta be careful when you're doing this on these. This is copper, so it's easy to bend and get it to set in place. But I don't want to get too cocky and not have the rest of the material making good contact. Looks like that'll be good. Make sure they don't have too many spots on it. We're great there. Tighten this burger up with the drill. I'm backing further and further away from the camera. I gotta be careful. because I got so much stuff loaded up in front of me. I need to just move it back. Uh, but I'm about to be working here in just a few seconds. Just give me a moment. I got to figure out where I just put my Phillips head over here. I just threw it on this grill. So that means I had to take the other piece off. But yeah, right behind there. Ta-da! That's what I need. I'm zoomed out pretty far. You guys can see most of it. Alrighty. So I think I'm gonna do this thing upside down. So how do I want to run this? Let's just wrap this up with some tape. Tape, tape, tape. That hurt. I just ran over my own foot. That was painful. Not too bad, but it didn't feel good. No, that can't handle heat. So I'll just let us. I need this to line up right here. No, this has got to go over. So let me rotate this whole unit around. Whether this works properly or not, I guess we'll see in a moment. I'll be crying the blues here in a little bit if it didn't work. So I'm being a little aggressive with how far that's going up. I think this is going to bite me in the butt in a minute. We'll give it a shot. Yeah, I know it's not going to work like that. I can't do that. I got to have something metal because the heat's just going to start burning this plastic immediately. Whatever's not touching water is going to be burning. So I need a chunk of metal. I need like a piece of aluminum can is what I need really. Let me find something. Give me a second. We got to find something to modify, guys. We'll do this in a moment. I can do it like that, and that'll absolutely work. Let's let's just do that, I guess. Because I ain't got time to find all this stuff. Don't want to dig. We need laziness. We need things to be accomplished quickly, not holding up. Can't be holding up progress here. So let's go ahead and fill that big roll up there. That way, when I knock it over, I'll spill water everywhere. That'd be great. Okay. Dang. This is perfect. That's pretty great. Loosen this booger up so I can rotate that. And I just start rotating. Heck yeah, that's pretty sweet. All right, let's zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Bump that up a little bit. Come on. Don't go crazy on me. You can do it. Why are you doing that? My, is that locked? No, it's not locked. Whatever. It's good enough. I can just move that. The, USB cord that I've got plugged in is holding my gimbal and it won't rotate it right now. But we ain't gotta ask no more. I can do what I'm doing and it'll be fine. Dude, that literally worked out so well. Wow. Best possible case scenario right there. Holy crap. That was good. I knew it would work pretty well whenever I did that, but I didn't know it would work that good. Great. Okay, that is the new method. I call it on like video games, I call it meta. That's the new meta. All right. Sweet. That's like that's pretty nice. I've been doing a lot of these. That was super smooth how well that went. All right, so we got our 2.5 out right now. I'm gonna need it immediately, and I don't see it sitting in front of me. You guys comment, tell me something. Let me know how good this work. You guys are seeing this. Make sure the cameras are at the right angles. Tell me if the quality's good or cutting in and out. I do appreciate the audio working good. That's nice to know. Not getting a whole lot of feedback from you guys, so I definitely appreciate everything you guys tell me. It's definitely sometimes hard to figure out where everything's working good. I mean, I can assume it all day long, but I could have something working terribly in my life, and unless you guys tell me, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Um, so here's my dilemma. I'm looking for this size right here. It is currently not in here. And I currently don't see it on my bench. So we're gonna zoom out. We're gonna set that right there, and I'm gonna find it right there. Where I didn't really have to back off. All right, that'll be feet. All right, let's I need to prep some other parts real quick. Let me see. So I got that right I need. This is right here. Slid this part forward. I need that one for this other one. Got another one sitting right here. I just moved. Set it right on top of there is what I did. Unfortunately, this is taking more time than I wanted it to, but I'm happy to get it done because it's just part of the job. All right, I don't know if I'm zoomed out enough so you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you can. We're doing pretty good. Again, this is custom split feed. I'm doing it for a DIN connector. The other split feed we're going to be doing is for a 7/8 EIA. They're different in their own rights. Each serve their own purpose. Man, this is great. Very, very fun. It's a little bit. Let's measure this caliper. This is out up there. So it spawns. All right, I've got a tester piece right here. Uh, there it is. So I have a cross section surface area of a 7/16 stem connector. Cheat. Flatten this square out. Tighten her up. Connection. All right, so let's loosen this up right here. I did too good of a job of fattening it up, couldn't get it off my hand. Grab something real quick. Two, three, four. And sorry guys, I'm measuring something. One, four. I don't know. I don't like that. So let's change this. Sorry. This is not for my own benefit. This is just my pickiness. So I'm changing something. Because I can. And it's my stuff and I can do whatever the heck I want. So we'll just check this. So so I try to keep a certain level of tolerance in everything that I'm doing. Super happy with what happened what happened with this feature right here. But also still trying to check something, so bear with me for a bit. Let's see how this goes. I hate to double work sometimes, but it's worth the double working if I discover something beneficial. Just need to measure something real quick. Now do this. Very small tolerance that I'm playing with right here. But, well, talking about less than one difference. So 0.8. Mm, Chunk it. This probably worked fine for 90% of the guys out there, but whenever I'm setting somebody up with something close to limit, I don't want to have any question whatsoever in my mind. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna no, I'm gonna pull it. So, all right, this is the boring part of a video, but it's consistency is key when you're building something. It's your reputation. So I am not willing to uh risk my reputation over something. So I'm going to check and recheck and make sure everything is 100% the way it needs to be before I send it out the door. Or else it's not going out the door. That's just how it's going to be. So we're not, I'm not a, I'm not going to offer something that I can't, stand behind. This is fine. That lined up. That was all good. Ready. Good there. Line this up. Keep it up. We'll change this up to Phillips head. Right here. I think we're zoomed out enough. You guys can see everything that's going on, but sorry if it's not, I don't show you everything perfectly. I'm not trying to hide it. It's just, this is part of what I got to get done. And it's not going to get done if I still I'm sitting there looking at the camera all the time. So let's get this. Let's pull that out. Let's put that again. And I already owned that. Didn't mean to do that. Ain't no I can hold that. I'm underwater, but that's a little too scary right there. No, those are the big fires. Yeah, that's a little brave even for me, because that's a lot of heat, just in case I slip off or make a mistake, like something like that. With if my hands were there, that'd have been awful. Right. Now, I just heat this up enough to pull it off. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't give me too much trouble with the connector. Nice and cool already. Next, throw it in place right here. If this screws in, hopefully it does. Screw's probably a little hotter than I should expect, so I gotta be careful. Careful. What's up? Let this goes in. Sorry, I'm not trying to be weird and put this in a bad spot, but I gotta get this thing drilled in. There we go. Nice. Rotate that right there. Careful and thread up. All right, nice and flush. Happy with that. Looking great. These great. All right. Very happy with the actual layout, but I wasn't happy with the tolerance that I was just checking out. So I'm gonna see if I can achieve a better tolerance. If I can't, then it is what it is, and all of them are gonna be the same. If I can, then I absolutely will. All right, so it stays nice and cool all the way around. Pull this side off. There. We are bonded through and through. Again, super happy with how that worked out. That's like best case scenario. So make sure this burger's not hot anywhere. Nice and cooled off. Sure I can hold it by hand. Whoops. Poured a bunch of water on myself, wasn't paying attention. Cool. Should be good. Try not to pour water all over myself again. All right. Where is my rag? Dry this booger off. Go. There's your O-ring. Sorry, guys. This is, like I said, repetitive. What's up, John? Hope you're doing well, man. I'm not doing the most interesting thing in the world, but I'm doing a split feed on a DIN connector, and I'm checking some tolerances now. So that's what I did a little bit of extra work. I don't mind the extra if it's going to give me the results that I'm looking for. So I'll let you guys know here momentarily. So I have, like I said, a cross-sectional piece that I use. It allows me to cheat and make sure everything is up to spec and tolerance that I want it to be. I'm still happy with the other ones I'm building, but I want to see if I can do something even better. If there's a way that I can do it, then I will. If there's not a way possible, then it is what it is. I'm not going to be too concerned with it. But we're going to check this one. So, the depth. Okay, so it's a full mil better. 0.9. Let's use our cross-section piece. Line this up. I mean, that's better. Well, there's not a question of if, that is better. That's what I needed. All right, so let's see if I can tighten it up some more. Get away with it. Now, let's measure here. See what I get. Two. It's changed ever so slightly, but that's not nothing I'm concerned about by any means. Let's see if the cross section is good. Cross section is absolutely. All right, good there. And that's still good, but that's just, let's check that again. Let's look at this thing. And that's not got it. I said, and then go back to this one. This is the boring part of the job. That's freaking awesome. Okay, that's great. So new method. Definitely found it. This is what we're going to be doing from now on. This is, like I said earlier, the new meta or whatever you want to call it. That is sweet. Exactly what I was looking for. Right. So from here, it's going to be kind of cut and dry. What I'm doing, I'm just going to be getting my braid hooked up, getting my center terminal lined up, cutting my little bit of Teflon off of the end of there, trying to cut my hand, lining that up, line the Teflon up. Find out what it takes to put that in place. Get me some brass real quick. My brass is down here somewhere. Actually, it's probably sitting on top of the bench. I'm sure as the world. Yeah, there it is right there. All right. Well, you guys are quiet, but whatever. I'll survive. It don't hurt my feelings none. Let's line up the rest of the stuff. This is not. You know. So all I'm trying to do is just lock this booger into place with the I think this is what I'm gonna do. I think. I don't know. Let's see if I regret this or not. So I'm gonna attempt this and see how I like it. So that locks into the threads, cools down the way it's supposed to. So now we'll add a little bit of watt pad on top. And now what we'll do, so if you look right here, it is now bonded through the solder. So now we will just do a mechanical connection on top. I think we're gonna quit worrying about so much heat. I keep putting a ton of heat on these things, and you gotta watch out with what you do, because if you do too much, then you just end up with problems, and it's messing up my tolerance. It's moving 0.9 millimeters, and 0.9 millimeters is not acceptable. So I can move point 0.1, point 0.2, maybe 0.3 millimeters, but 0.9 is too much. So it's kind of weird that you have to hold, you carry that much tolerance. I guess I could work it out to a standard form to tell you exactly how tight that tolerance is. That's just our mechanical connection on top. Nice and cool. Make sure it hasn't moved. And that it's don't believe it has not enough to matter. It has not. Okay, this is the new method. It'll be cocky. I'll try this. Doesn't move now. All right, I may be crying the blues here in just a second, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try this new method with this set up right here. Let's just try to do this. All I'm doing is throwing a little bit on top. I'm not trying to bond it to the nut because it's not a silver plated nut. But I'm not worried about that on the body. Get off of there. That looks ugly. Cool. All I'm trying to do is not trying to bond anything. All I'm trying to do, make sure that thread up top, see how it's locked in? It's locked the threads in. I don't want those threads coming back loose. That's what I'm shooting for. That's unfortunate. That's one blade free. That's yeah, that's good. So split feed's done. It's connected and ready to hook up. There you go. Customer's got everything they need. It's a long workaround, but now I have a solution to work for all split feeds. That was frustrating, but very rewarding. So you guys saw me figure out a new method to make this thing work. Let's hurry up and finish this one. So now I'll do a new O-ring right here and see if I can do a thicker one. Nah, it ain't gonna help nothing. That'd be worse. Nah, that's a terrible idea. So, let's use the one it calls for. Here's the original O-ring it calls for. Put it in place. Right one. Oops. Sorry, my Bluetooth's dying, so if it's dying, I've been out here for way too long anyway. But we're gonna finish up this split feed. This won't take but a second to finish. Let's get it done. Go ahead, push that down. It's gonna be- Cool thing about these split feeds is they're pretty cut and dry once they're done. So pretty nice to get them done. But they probably are not the most lucrative form of business for me to make money at. Uh, I don't really do them to make money. I do them to not have failures. It's for durability and longevity. It would royally piss me off if I was to set up a whole setup for a customer and then here a short period of time later they got problems and they're complaining about it not working. That would be unfortunate. So I try to avoid those situations. So, well, for you guys that hung out this long, this is what we do with the RF supply. I do a lot of this stuff. It's not the only split feed that I've ever built. I do mainly coax builds like 1.5/8, 7/8, and half inch flex. A lot of those I'll be doing. So I'll be doing more of these videos with cooler wiring harnesses later, where a lot of you guys will join in and hang out and love it to death. But this is the grindy video that you got. Not everybody gets to see, but I have to sit here and work on for however long to get it lined up and worked out. And this is the I don't know what you call it, the gritty side of things, I guess. I don't know what would be the right word for it. Where'd you go? I just threw a washer down. There it is. Oh, heat that up. Here's my sawed off. I'm pretty dang satisfied with this method. This is best case scenario here. I'm gonna rotate that bigger around, line that up right there. That's not, or not. We'll figure it out. Sweet. Oops. Gotta be careful. Huh. I need a little bit more solder. A little bit more. No, no. Sorry. It's getting late. I need to get away. I need to get done with this thing so I can go to bed and get some more stuff done tomorrow. Smaller one. Doing something weird, but I don't know. Okay. So what I did was I was knocking off a lot of this extra material that I'm not going to be using. No, it's just blowing it out of the way because it's not actually bonded to anything. Clean up here momentarily. It was going to look ugly and have extra wire up tops or extra solder up top. That's what I did. I just cleared it out. Now, I'm going to wipe this away. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Keep trying to say copyrighted stuff just because it rhymes. But we're not going to do that. Or trademark stuff. The moment I do, I'll get copyright or trademark striked or copyrighted or some crap on my videos. We're going to keep this all original, not say anything else. So I'm going to add a little bit of solder here, or a little bit of heat here just to clear up and kind of smooth out the solder. I don't know if it's a good decision or a bad decision. It's probably slightly bad, but not really much wrong with it, to be honest. All right, cooled off enough. Add another. Ooh, that's risky. I just made a terrible mistake there. So I didn't latch all my latches on one of my bins with a bunch of little small hex heads, Allens, and hex screws and stuff like that. That was not a good thing to do. Having my hardware at risk like that. Sweet. We are done. This is it. Home stretch. Last piece. Holy crap. What a day. Okay, let's see. Gotcha. Anyway, hmm. Not like this is a big deal, but it's just annoying to deal with. I have to swipe away constantly. Yeah, right. A little bit more heat. We'll be ready. I just need a little bit of solder to go on these threads. If it does, it'll do what I need it to do. If it doesn't go on these threads, won't be the end of the world, but I really would appreciate it if it did. A little bit, that's all I need. A little bit much, but that's all. So doesn't look as pretty as I would like it to look, but I really am not that picky because I want it to make a good solid center connection. So we're bonded all the way through. When this thing rotates, the body of this connection inside here will rotate with it. It's all one solid piece, and we are good. We are finished. Finito, done. Absolutely long experience. This will line up right here. This will go up here like that. This will go up there like that. And we will be nice and good. That's how this sets up. Ta-da! All finished. So you can actually heat this thing up with some double-sided, not some double-sided, but with some, I'm trying to figure out what the heck to call it. Some, silicone 2 plus, and you will be good. You can seal it up and have it all protected. This part is done. I need to get some more parts ordered and on the way. I've got plenty more stuff I've got to do, but we are out of time. Today is a long day, way longer than I wanted it to be, but we are done for the day. That's not good. I need that to go away. All right. So thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys later. Y'all have an excellent evening. I've got to do some 7/8. Well, I don't know what all I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'm probably going to do some 400, some I had some half inch coming in, some 7/8 coming in, some half inch Teflon coming in. I got lots of cool projects coming up. We'll see what happens tomorrow when tomorrow comes around. Catch you guys later, and y'all have an excellent evening. See y'all.